Welcome to the Buff Dudes Cutting Series. It's first thing in the morning, just got up. As you can see, I look a little bit like a man who has just gotten up. The first thing I'm going to be doing is taking my progress picture and weighing in. Because for the next 3 months with this series, we're going to be tracking my progress, doing daily updates on my physique, weighing in, eating, working out. More than anything, really, you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. This is more like a template, but hopefully it's motivational. You can see me go through it, you can see me get into shape, and then, hopefully you can do the same if you're kind of in the same spot as I am. And just to give you a little heads up of where I am right now at this point in my life, I do a lot of the editing for our channel, most of it, so there are days where I'm sitting down almost all day long. I do love working out, but the hard thing is you have to juggle your priorities. So some days you don't necessarily have time to do that. So I'm going to try to prioritize things a little better, always keep some room for those proper workouts, that eating, juggle all those things. You can follow along. And like I said, more than anything, hopefully this is just motivational. And if you find things that work for you, feel free to use it. But also, it's meant to be customizable. So go ahead and do it. Everybody's body type is just a little bit different. Everybody's schedule is a little different. But hopefully this is going to motivate you to get off your ass like I'm going to be doing with myself right now, kick it up a notch and get buff. Hell yeah, let's do this. I'm going to be seeing what I'm looking at here. The results may frighten me. All right, it looks like I am at 206. Now it's really easy for me to want to weigh in later in the day to kind of like trick myself psychologically a little bit if I'm at 215 or something like that with a full day of food and water. But it's important to do it first thing when waking up. The same thing goes with progress pictures. You want to take it first thing in the morning. That way you can just gauge it. If you take it later in the day, you may look like slightly different. Some days you may look better than others, and that may be another thing that can be a little frustrating if you look really good early on, and then later on you may not look as good, and then you're like, wait, what's going on? So just every single morning when you get up, or maybe not every single morning, once every week, once every 2 weeks, take a progress picture just to see where you're at and track your progress along with weighing in. When I wake up, first thing I'll do, I will grab something to give me some energy, such as this, which is excellent because it gets me right into the mood to do that cardio, because it's not the most fun sometimes, but I like getting it out of the way. And another thing, cardio for me at least, it's a good time to meditate, to think about things, to kind of take the day on, think about what you're going to be doing, game plan a little bit. So it's a little bit more than cardio for me. And it should be for you as well. It really shouldn't be an absolute chore. It can feel like it from time to time, but make it fun, think about your day, plan out your day. In addition to the good source of energy, I always take some BCAAs. I do that every time, especially before doing fasted cardio. That is kind of a must for me. It's the energy and it's the BCAAs. It doesn't really change much. So you can do that. I would definitely recommend grabbing some and doing that yourself. I'm gonna mix this up, I'm gonna drink it, and I'm gonna start that cardio. I got lucky, got a treadmill in the garage. Buddy of ours gave it to us. Thankfully, it's a little old, but it definitely still works. The settings that I use are, I will put the elevation between a 7 to 10% incline. I'll do it at 4 miles per hour, and I'll usually do it between 30 to 45 minutes. Usually in the morning I'll go for about 45. After a workout I'll go for 30 to 45 depending. And by the way, when I say after a workout, I don't mean doing cardio twice a day. I'll either do it fasted like now, or I'll just work out in the morning and then hit cardio immediately afterwards. Kind of whatever I'm feeling on that day, and also scheduling wise. If you don't have a treadmill available, no worries at all. Just feel free to take a nice stroll throughout the neighborhood. The rule of thumb that we use is you want to walk just fast enough to be able to hold a conversation without running out of breath. So if you can do that for about 30 to 45 minutes, you're going to be good to go. All right, I've done too much talking. It's time for me to hit that cardio. I'll see you back here in about 45 minutes. Had it 4 miles an hour, 7% incline, just about 45 minutes. If you're just starting out, don't worry about going immediately into that. You can warm up a little, maybe start the first day, 0% incline, 3.5 miles an hour. It's all about
easing yourself into this. Don't feel that you have to do exactly what I'm doing, because you don't want to burn out. You don't want to work really hard for like a couple days and then quit. That's definitely what we don't want. So if you're having a little bit of trouble, if it seems a little too intense, just ease into it. You'll definitely get there, I promise. So now it's time for a quick ice dunk and then breakfast. Buff Dudes Ice Plunge. This is usually how I make it through a cardio workout. Because I'm just thinking of this at the end. Yeah. Nice. If you got room for one of these in your backyard, highly recommend it. After any cardio, any workout, nothing better than an ice cold bath. Now that I got that out of the way, let's eat. What's on the breakfast agenda? Good question. Today, I'm gonna be having some turkey bacon, some eggs, some reduced fat cheese. I'm gonna be putting it in a wrap, and I'm gonna be having it with plenty of spinach. Try to have as much greens as I can with every meal. I'm gonna be having some more with lunch, some more with dinner. You know, I'll be switching up the meals pretty often, hopefully to give you some good creative ideas if you get a little bored. That's one of the hard things. It's not so hard eating healthy, it's staying fresh. Because you don't want to get bored of something. You don't want the thing day in and day out, because then it gets old, and then it gets tempting to have something new, which may be something that you don't want to be having, especially while trying to lean out like I'm doing now. Another question you may be wondering is, how do I figure out what's right for me? Obviously, each body is different, mine included. So I have included a TDEE calculator link in the description. That stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure. That's how many calories you burn based upon your specific needs, your age, your height, how active you stay. Currently, I'm gonna be having about 2,500 calories a day while staying in my deficit. That's about 400 to 500 calories below my maintenance, which would be about 3,000 a day. So I'm gonna be having negative 500 calories a day in the deficit. You may want to play around with it a little bit, but typically we recommend having just about 500 calories below what the recommended maintenance is. You don't want to go too crazy. You definitely don't want to have enough calories, especially while you're working out and all that good stuff, because your body does need fuel. You don't want to deprive it of that. You also don't want to deprive it of rest. That's very, very important as well. You need all those things: eating, exercise, and plenty of rest. As you're going to be following me through these 3 months, I'm going to be eating varieties of food. Like I said before, I'm going to be having about 2,400 to 2,500 calories a day. If you want to see exactly what I'm having, the exact macros, the exact meals, although I'll be showing it in the videos, if you want to track it yourselves online, check out my profile, which is in the description, my MyFitness profile. If you haven't heard of MyFitness profile, check it out. There's many other calorie trackers. It just happens to be the one I use, but I highly, highly recommend a calorie tracker, because when you begin tracking your calories, you begin saying, oh, that's what I'm having every day. Wow, I didn't realize that, because you may be going, I can't gain weight, but then you look at how many calories you're having and you're actually always in the deficit. Or maybe if you're overweight, you may realize, whoa, I'm having way more calories than I should. So grab a calorie tracker. It's highly recommended, as I said before, because it'll really put you on the right path, especially after you do your TDEE calculator. That, in conjunction with the calorie tracker, can't be beat. Highly recommend it. And like I said, my description is in the profile if you want to check out my profile, see what I'm eating every single day, see how long I'm working out, all that good stuff. Just a little bit of extra motivation. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna eat this. Lunchtime. Gonna be keeping it simple today. Gonna be having, let's see here, what are we gonna be having? Gonna be having some canned tuna, a little bit of fat-free mayo, jalapenos, of course, because I like to keep it spicy, and just some crackers to mix it in. Nothing too complicated. Like to keep it as simple as possible, because when you start to complicate it, things get harder, and that's the last thing you want to do when you're trying to eat right and stay on track, is overcomplicate everything. So I'm going to whip this up, I'm going to eat it, and then I'm going to move on with my day. What have I been doing today? I've actually been working on sending off some 12-week plan books. You see this crazy mustache? I pointed it out in a few other videos, but the reason why I have this, other than, it makes me look so handsome, of course,
is because we're shooting 7 Styles of Fitness. It's gonna be a Kung Fu fitness video. We're doing it with the same team who did Gym Wildlife. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Here's some clips from it, little like teaser behind the scenes, and it's gonna be coming out real soon. Really excited because we're gonna start doing bigger skits every single month for sure. And we're also gonna be doing really big recipes as well. Muscle Tech, huge shout out, thank you to Muscle Tech. They are our supplement sponsor, which we're really happy about. They're really great people, and they're really gonna help us up our recipe videos bigger than they've ever been before. So look for them soon. We're lining out concepts. We're gonna have a kitchen to be shooting it in. With some of the Gearmark crew, they're gonna be helping us out, so they're just bigger and crazier than ever, because with me and Brandon, you can never go too big. So we're gonna go out of control, make them wild, and look for those really soon. We're gonna be starting to shoot them most likely in August. Now that I've been talking nonstop for the last 5 minutes, it's time for me to eat, because I've worked up an appetite. Workout time. And what workout plan are we gonna be using through the duration of this 90-day gunning plan? Well, we're going with an old favorite. Our original 12-week program, which you can download and print out for free in the description of this video. And I have alongside me a special guest.
Yeah, Buff Dude Brandon, coming at you.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, you don't see each other, around each other much, so this is a pretty special collaboration.
Yeah.
Savor it. All right, we're getting to the workout. We're gonna be starting with incline bench press. Let's do it. That's it. First workout is done. Only got 89 to go. And now that me and Brian are finished, we're gonna go do what we do after every workout. Have our post-workout shake. Follow me. Post-workout, protein time. A Buff Dude classic. A little bit of fat-free milk. 2 scoops of protein. And we're in business. Sometimes we'll even add a little bit of chocolate milk as well. Some chocolate syrup, but taking it easy this time. It's already like 9:30 p.m. I don't know where the day went. Drinking this. Do a little bit more editing tonight. Have one more meal, and then it's bedtime. Yeah, always a good reward after a solid workout. Last meal of the night. Got a spring salad mix. Got some dark greens, spinach. Got a little bit of chicken strips and some light balsamic vinegar to end off the night. And I'm almost hitting my calories perfect, just about at 2,500. Remember, if you want to follow along with mine daily, you can check out the description of the video. And for day 1, I think we did pretty good. This series will grow as each video continues, so please leave the suggestions in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to see covered. More than anything, really, it's just going to show me, mostly me, but sometimes Brandon as well, just seeing as I'm the host of this video series, go through the process of cutting, and really hope it's motivational for all of you watching. and that either you learn a thing or two, or, you know, it just motivates you to get in the gym as well. So until next time, I will see you, and stay buff. Yeah.